What is good, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I really want to take the time out to thank you guys so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, emailing me, sending me your success stories and all, and also my clients. I love you guys so much. And today's video is really going to be a good one. So I really want you guys to pay attention all the way through this video because I feel like someone is definitely going to get the answer they need. And so today's video is going to be on losing your manifestations, what to do, or what is actually happening when you are so-called losing your manifestation. Now, there's no such thing as separation or loss in the mind of the all, but only a perceived experience of it. And so I really want to talk about that and why that is. And the first thing I sat down the first quote that came to my mind was from Lester Livingston. I will put his name up here and the quote up here on the screen. But he says that there's nothing that you can do about being the all. You can only look away from it. And that's really what this is, you guys, because when things, people, SPs, I've had clients who were talking about how they were going to lose their apartment or lose their car or lose the things that they have manifested. And the thing is, things seem to move in and out of our reality, but what they are really doing is moving in and out of our awareness. We just stop being aware of us being the person who has that thing or is in that relationship in the way that we want it to be. We stopped being aware of being the person that has that thing. And so it's just moving out of your awareness. And as soon as you realize that you are that person that has that thing or is experiencing that thing, it moves back into your reality. Now, we could just stop there, but if you know me, you know we're going to get down to the nitty gritty of it. So I really want to talk about this in a way that really gets you to understand the wisdom needed here, because I think a lot of the times we are manifesting and doing our techniques and we're really invested in getting the thing, but we don't realize the foundation or the basis of what manifestation truly is. And so I'm going to read a few scriptures that came to my mind. I'm not religious by any means, you guys, but I did grow up Christian, and now I realize that the Bible is an allegorical story in the mind of man. So it is a psychological story. So it tells a story of how to become more conscious or aware of who you truly are. So the first scripture that came to my mind is about wisdom, and it is Proverbs 4:7. And it says, wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. Now, what I love about that is where it says that wisdom is the principle. And so, what we know a principle to be is a foundation, a basis upon what you are being aware of. And it's not necessarily the what or what is happening outside of you, your manifestation moving in and out, your SP leaving, all these things. It is about understanding, building the foundation on whom you are being when you are manifesting. To help understand this a little bit more, the other scripture that came to mind was Matthew 13:12. And it says, whoever has will be given more, and they will have in abundance. Whoever does not have, even what they have will be taken away from them. Now, this is not to scare anybody or anything, because like I said, the moment you become being aware, then that thing comes back into your experience. But what I really want to talk about is, what is it that you have? What is it that you have? Consciousness, awareness. For those who know who they are, from where they are manifesting from the being the person or being the source of it all, more will be added on to them, because you can't lack anything when you are manifesting from knowing that you are the source of your reality, of your life, that it's coming from and through you. But those who do not know that, and they are manifesting from down here, trying to get what is to change, knowing not knowing or recognizing or realizing that they were the source. So it's not in the thing that you're trying to manifest. And this even goes for the techniques and the putting faith into your techniques to try to make something happen. a lot of the times people see that it doesn't go anywhere because they are manifesting not from being the source, but thinking that there's something separate from them. So there's only an illusion of separation, but you can never be separate, but you can have that experience in the mind of the all. But that doesn't necessarily mean that there's anything that is being withheld from you. You are the only one withholding it from yourself by not being aware that it's you who is the source through all of this appears. So whenever something or your manifestation, SP, whatever it is, money situation, up and down or whatever, when it starts to leave your life, it's because you have become aware of being that person who is not the person who has that apartment or that money or that car or that SP or whatever it is. But as soon as you become aware of being that person who already has, and you're aware from being the source and not trying to get to be the source, then you've realized that there's nothing that you can do to change what is already happening through that script that is already written. You will then choose, because you are the source, you leave what is alone, and then you move over to the version of yourself or the reality or the lens looking through that has what it is that you wanted. Because remember, when you got the thing that you wanted before, whether it was your car, your SP, money, whatever it was, you were so immersed and invested in yourself. You were happy about yourself. You were thriving within yourself. A lot of the times my clients will tell me they were having the best time of their life, regardless if they had a thing or not. So you guys, I'm trying to tell you that manifestation is not a means to an end. It's not about manifesting the thing or doing techniques to get the thing. And I feel that we're heading in this direction because a lot of people are starting to realize that just because you are doing a technique and manifesting to get something or to make something appear in your reality or your awareness, when my camera died, but what I'm really trying to say here is, you guys, you can't do two things at once. And that's the thing. Because a lot of us, when you are in that position of manifesting something to change, but being that person who is aware of not having, then there's no way that you can have. You'll always be a seeker. But when you are manifesting from up here, knowing that you are the source, it's only a choice. So you see, if you're that person that's down here thinking that they have to change that script instead of saying, hey, I'm the source of it all. I have everything within me, and my imagination, my inner conversation is the true reality. When you do the techniques from there up here, realizing that you are the source, then you're doing it to remember that you already have, because you already experienced it within yourself by giving it to yourself, by envisioning it how you want it to be, and not trying to do anything outside of you to make it happen. It is you first. You go in the room, you shut the door, like Neville says, you shut the door on the 3D, and you be the person who you want to be. So you turn away from that. For example, let's say that you're manifesting a new car, but you have another car that you have manifested previously. And in that reality, that was the car for you at that time. And it's nothing wrong with wanting more. So it's not even about the fact that you want more. It's about the fact that you now dislike what you have and want to change what you have. And it's now it's not good. And now you're not harmonious with what is as it leaves your life. So you're putting the thing that you don't like and that you disdain down that reality, because all realities, all scripts, all versions of yourself are perfect. You just have to choose to be the different person, the person who has what it is that you want. But you can't do that while demeaning the version of yourself or the things that you have manifested, because what that does is it turns into you not liking yourself, dismissing yourself, not saying that source is enough. And that's you saying that about yourself. And so when you have those emotions over what is that you don't like, you see how that is making you into a situation where you don't have, because you keep buying into the fact that you don't have. So you're having the experience of not having, but you have everything within you. So There's no such thing as loss, or no such thing as losing a manifestation. You just stop becoming aware of having or being the thing, being that person. But it's not that. It's more so you stop becoming aware of being source. And that's what it is. You becoming aware that you were source. And for a lot of people, they don't even know that they're source. So as they're going down here linear manifesting, doing the affirmation to get, but still not realizing that they have to say that there's nothing wrong with that version of themselves or that reality that once was, and not trying to make it seem like, oh my gosh, whatever. No, I just chose a state as the source that I no longer want to be in. So there's nothing wrong with that. That's just what's appearing, and it's old anyway. So now I choose again to see things the way that I want to see them, and to be the person that I want to be. And this version over here has nothing to do with this version. The thing is, we just parallel the two. And so you make whatever is happening over here that you don't like or that you don't want to experience anymore mean something about how you're going to get to here. And it doesn't have that. Source, every possible reality exists in the mind of the all, in the one divine mind. There's no one that can oppose you in this. You're the only one that's opposing yourself by believing that you're not, or that you don't have all the power. And by believing that there's an entity or someone else outside of you who can give you, or you're trying to coax the universe to give you something, or even trying to coax that old version of yourself to become this version of yourself, when that version over here will never understand it, because that version has a certain amount of rules and expectations that they don't see things the way that this person sees them. So that's why you leave that version alone, and you abandon that old version, and you die to your old self. And then you assume being the person who has it. And then you start to see things through the lens of that version. Thus, your reality shapes around that. Remember, your reality is just a response. It is not what you're going to look at and base your response off of that. The reality is a response to who you are being, to you realizing that you're source. So when you see that you're source, you realize that you lack nothing. You're just choosing to experience something. You're like, okay, I may not like that. I don't have to dislike this. I don't have to disregard this. I can be in harmony with this as this falls away, while I'm still looking through the version of myself that has what I want and is responding to this version and every little version in between as being the person that I want to be. I hope that you see this, you guys. So it's not that you're losing a manifestation. You've separated yourself from being aware. So you've lost consciousness. You've lost awareness of being the source, not the thing necessarily, of yourself, of being source. And I really hope that you guys get this, because this is the basis, and this is what it's talking about for wisdom. This is the wisdom. With all you're getting, get understanding. So it's not necessarily a wrong thing for you to want more, or to want something to be the way that you want it to be. Source already knows that it is, and they choose the experience. They choose to see their inner reality, their inner world, which is the true reality as that, and it unfolds through them. But they don't look out here saying that there's something wrong with this version of me and this reality, in the way of, I have to try to convince this version of myself to become this. No, there's infinite amounts and infinite versions of you. You just decide being the source. So this is what it means to manifest from being the source. It's a choice. We're actually going to leave it here though, because I don't want it to get too long, the video, but I will make another video if you guys let me know down below if you like this video. So comment down below for a part 2. But yeah, you guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, like, share, and subscribe. If you want a session with me by phone or email, you can find it down in the description box below, but also I will put it in the comments as well. And yeah, you guys, imagination, that inner world, the one mind, in that one mind, the one divine mind, it's on your side. Anything you can imagine, any version of yourself can imagine, lies within there, and you are that. All right. So I love you guys, and I'm on your side. All right. Bye.